Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. You ain't built for a skirt as a nigga can be. It's gonna sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming for ya. It's gonna sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I come for ya. It's gonna sound like here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that.
What's good, everybody? Excited to have you with us. Welcome to the Betting News Network. This is the Gridiron Gang. It is week 10 of the NFL. Welcome to the show. Welcome to all of you guys kicking it with us on this beautiful Sunday morning. It's November the 9th, and we are ready to rock and roll and talk some football. You guys are probably watching some football out there right now as the Colts are taking on the Falcons over in Deutschland, in Berlin. Hope you guys are having a spectacular start to your morning. Thanks for tapping in and kicking it with us right here on the network. That's Trizzy Betts. That is Jess Sook. That is Visaus. My name is Sweatpants Jesus. Stoked to have you guys with us. Boys, happy Sunday. How we living?
Happy Sunday, boys.
Sunday.
Let's go.
Sook and Dale are arguing in the group chat bright and early about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and New England Patriots game. So
I'm sure that Triz might have some thoughts on that regard as well. We got our resident Pats fan and our resident Bucks fan in the house. He's got the shirt on.
I avoided wearing the gear today, Trez. You went the opposite way.
Yeah, lean into it, baby.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to give it out as a play, but I'm definitely on my boys today. I've seen the Bucks are way too public, way too public. That line's moving backwards.
We'll talk about it.
Sook's got some confidence today, and I'm so here for it.
Entire Bucks fan. Hello, Gerald. How's it going? Nice to see you. Chat, how we living? Excited to have you guys with us right here on Twitch, on YouTube, or on X. If you guys are watching the Betting News Network, we appreciate you guys tapping in and hanging out with us to start off your Sunday. Anybody hit any bets so far in this first game? I wish I bet Alec Pierce receiving yards. Smacked with these.
I didn't hit any bets yesterday. I'm not expecting to hit any today.
Got to pay for yesterday, big dog.
From your capper before you tune into 2 hours of NFL talk, right?
Yeah, Absolutely. And we got crispy sauce today. We love to see that too. I love that Sunday football club hoodie. I need to find out
It's
where you
reserved
snag
for
that.
Sundays. I love it.
Shout out
There's-
Feast Collective. Go check it out. They got
I
some
don't
dope
want
shit.
to like get on here and like show ass, but there's a little Packers logo at the bottom of the hoodie. So yeah, it's nice. I have to turn around to show you, so I don't want to get on here and show ass. Is what I'm saying. You know.
You've showed ass
I
before.
was about to say, do you have pants on? Because if you have pants on, I don't think we'd be opposed to seeing
No,
the
but
Packers logo.
if I can't position the camera right away, I don't want like, you know what I mean? My
don't
boom
wanna
right there. That's okay.
I don't want to stress you out, so it's fine. We're just glad that we have you here.
Is that a
That's what
pink
matters.
bandage on your finger, by the way?
No, it's something that I wear to stop twirling my mustache so much when I'm sweating bets.
Ah, it's your
What?
anti-stash twirler.
Okay, you need to show this. Whatever this is, this has to do with gambling. I'm not taking us off the rails. Show us your finger, bud.
Wait, no. To be fair, gambling, studying, either
Is
way,
it like one of those
it
things
flips
that's
the
designed for
pages.
flipping pages? Okay.
I don't
But
use it
that's
for that.
really
It just prevents me from going like this all day. Because even when I'm like sitting here like stressing bets is one thing, but I'm sitting here like studying, and one hand is here, one hand's on the mouse as I'm going through stuff, and it just gets bad.
Thank you, Padge. I hadn't brought this one out in a hot minute. Titans aren't playing today, so no Titans gear from me. Thank God. I don't have to hate watch my team. Although I was kind of enjoying hate watching them. I kind of miss it. But
You know, there's only one quarterback. I mean, there's only one quarterback that's been sacked more than Drake May this season, and it's Cam Ward.
Sure. I've seen it every week. I know that to be true. But hey, we don't have to watch them. Chiefs are also on a bye. A couple other teams on a bye. I can't remember the other ones. We're going to talk about every game with you guys. We're going to go through and give you guys the moves. We play Stud or Dud in just a minute. We got the rhythm bet of the day, and we're going to cook some parlays and have some fun. So hope you guys are having a spectacular start to your Sunday. If you're a little hungover, came to the right place, baby. Welcome back, Alec. Excited to have you with us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all you guys in the chat for kicking it. Hope you guys had a great. Anybody do anything fun Saturday night before we jump in today? Anybody getting frisky last night?
I got frisky, yeah. Just at home though.
Nice.
I love the getting home frisky. Getting home frisky hits different. It really does. Triz, did you find any frivolity in the middle of nowhere in North Carolina?
No, man, I just gamed a little bit last night.
Let's go.
I think
Nice.
shout out our boy Rusty. He gave me a game recommendation in chat yesterday, and I was kind of grinding it all night last night. It was a good one.
Which
Oh,
one?
what game is it? Shit.
Arc Raiders
Oh.
is a good one. I think it's a PC game. It's pretty cool.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude. What's up, Ron? What's up, chat? How we living? Excited to have you with us. If you're watching us on X or YouTube, thanks for tuning in. The best viewing experiences on Twitch. Come hang out on twitch.tv/bettingnews. But wherever you're watching us, we appreciate you guys. And shout out my mom if she's watching on YouTube, since we're back on YouTube. Bing bong. All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's play Stud or Dud. This is your reminder if you forgot, because there was an early morning game this morning. Hope you set your lineups last night. But you still got a time to set the rest of your fantasy lineup. So this is your weekly reminder. Oh, Quincy Powell knows what's up. And today, instead of dropping Stud or Dud in the chat, drop a fire emoji if you like Stud. Drop a freezing cold snowflake if you like Dud. We're starting with quarterbacks. We're going to Jackson Dart, the fourth-ranked quarterback on ESPN this week, taking on those Chicago Bears. It's going to be snowy in Chicago, actually. Last week, pretty good performance from old Dart, man. 24 for 33, 191 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Got busy on the ground, too, for 56 yards and also scrambled. You guys know that he scored a rushing touchdown in 4 straight games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy stat there. Do you guys think Jackson Dart is going to be a stud or a dud? Vsauce, lead us off. What do you think against the Bears this week? I hate watch this game.
Man, I think he's going to be an absolute stud. What you just mentioned, the rushing touchdown in 4 straight games. He hasn't really done too much through the air, but this is a team that has looked really good. I think the Bears are a defense that doesn't look good to me. They give up a lot of chunk plays, and despite missing a ton of wide receivers, no Malik Neighbors, Slayton's been in and out of the lineup. Jackson Dart's been kind of getting it done with the next guy up, and I think that today it's going to be one of those games as well.
What do you think, Triz? You like Dart today?
Does this game have some weather going on? What's going? I've seen something that said 90% chance of snow. The total's doing some funny shit. I don't see why that total is so low. That kind of worries me a little bit as far as Dart's production today. I don't know what's going on over there. Maybe there should be 100 points in the game. Both these defenses suck. Besides the Giants' defensive line, which even then some players on that defensive line haven't been playing that great either. I saw a crazy stat the other day. Abdul Carter has 11 tackles or something insane like that.
That's wild.
First round pick. Little nuts, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know what that weather is going to do for that game, but I mean, there should be 100 points. So Jackson's been pretty reliable as far as the fantasy front goes. He's kind of got a safe floor of like 15 points. So, I mean, if you got nobody else, you're probably fine starting him. But if you have any other same tier or a little bit higher quarterback, with what the weather that's going on in this game, you might as well just swap him out.
Sook, you agree? Or do you like Dart today?
I feel like I wouldn't say dud, but just dud because of the weather. You're seeing that snowflake there. Matty Ice is saying we're seeing snow and rain mix. I'm just one of those gamblers that if I see a game that has a lot of weather complications, I just want to be off of it. So I'll go dud. I would not want him as my fantasy quarterback this week. But W proper patch, that's the best comment I've seen in a minute.
And he's seen Cam Scatterboo basically lose his ankle, so he don't care. Hey, man, you got to play like that in the NFL. You can't play like you're scared of getting it hurt because shit happens. All right, let's go to the running backs. Ole Rico! Rico Dowdle, number 7, ranked running back this week on ESPN, taking on the Saints today. Last week, bananas, boys. 25 rushes for 130 yards, 2 catches for 11 yards, and 2 tutties. He's been a friend of the program for us. You guys think he's going to go bananas today against the Saints? Lead us off, Sook. Do you think Rico's going to be Ole Rico?
Yeah, I think Rico Dowdle, it was really funny. You're seeing him doing the pumps right there in the graphic. On Thursday, they had Keegan Michael actually come into practice via live stream and talk to Rico about this and then donate $15,000 to the charity of his choice. So Panthers vibes are high. Vibes haven't been high in Carolina in a minute, so I'm going to go absolute stud here. We're seeing 25 rushes right there from last week. I'm actually playing the team total over rushes as my staff article play, so I got to go absolute stud with Rico as he continues to chase the bag with his incentive-laced contract this season.
Yeah, absolute pull when you talked about this going into the season and when we kind of got on this train early on in the year with Rico. His rushing and receiving yards line is as high as it's ever been. He's only one of 4 running backs today with a rushing receiving yards line at plus 100, which is just insane to see. Stud of the week. Oh, wow, from Kev. Okay. Sauceman, what do you think? You think Rico's going to have a big day today?
I think he's going to be absolutely fantastic. They're 3-0 when he gets 20-plus carries. It's a divisional matchup against the Saints, and he's coming off 130 yards against the Green Bay Packers. Like, he is the reason they won that game. He did everything, even at the end of the game, to secure that field goal, a 19-yard rush on on an audible at the line of scrimmage. He is doing everything for this team, and I just don't see how he's not absolute stud. I think he's top 3 in rushing yards already, boys. He's only got 4 starts.
I mean, that helps when you have a 200-yarder in there and a 170-yarder in there. Those are big days. What do you think, Tris? Stud or dud?
Who are we talking about again? Sorry,
Rico Dowdle.
Sorry, I was entirely spaced out. So I'm actually on the Saints in this game. So I'm on the Saints. I held my nose and took the Saints. It's kind of disgusting, but at the same time, divisional matchup could be a really slow game. We've seen a lot of these divisional matchups be like slugfest, back and forth. Maybe a lot of rushing, which would actually benefit this line. But I mean, he's getting all the work now. Everybody's starting to kind of pile in on his props, the yards, the touchdowns. You know the rug pull is coming eventually. Maybe it's in a divisional game. Total's really gross as well. So I'd probably sit him today. That's what I would do. Oh, wow. I mean, I'd rather be wrong than be right in that type of situation.
I like the Saints too. We'll talk about that game. I got one of my favorite plays is in that game as well. It's on the other side, but I'm with you on that. I lean stud just because because of the carries, but he is due for a pedestrian type of day, and the Saints are actually pretty good at stopping the run. So we'll see if the unstoppable force and immovable object situation happens down in the NFC South matchup today. All right, last one for starter done, and then we'll jump into these games. Just for you, Sook. Emeka Egbuka, number 9 ranked wide receiver today on ESPN in fantasy, taking on the Pats. Huge game. We're going to talk about it a little bit later. Lots of sides and angles to discuss in this one. No stats from him last week because they were on the bye. He's been one of the best rookie wide receivers this season. He's been one of the best rookies all season long. And obviously they're going to need him to be big today against the Patriots. Sook, lead us off. Is your boy going to be a stud today? You starting Egbuka in any leagues?
I don't have him in any leagues. Everybody else was sharper than me and snagged him, but I do think he's a stud. I don't have the stat in front of me, but Triz can probably talk about this. The Pats actually have one of the worst end zone defenses in the entire league. So the Bucks have actually struggled to get into the end zone when they need to. This is kind of a get right spot for them at home against the Patriots. And I do think that Ibuka, after we saw those big first few weeks in his rookie season, that he's kind of gotten injured. He's kind of slowed down, but without Mike or Godwin this week, I do think that Ibuka is going to be an absolute stud, because we've seen Baker before the bye week was throwing high to him a lot. With the extra week that they got, I'm sure they were in the film room, in the fucking receiver room, figuring out what was going on there, because Baker's also actually dealing with a knee and oblique injury. So I think that the bye week definitely helped him. So I'm definitely going stud with Ibuka when Baker's throwing to him. Not to make this all about my boy.
That's okay. I like him too. I think he's going to be big today. I definitely think that this is an opportunity where you can feel good trotting him out there. Obviously, still no Mike Evans and no Chris Godwin for the Buccaneers. It's coming into this matchup. Huge game. We're going to talk about it a little later. Boys, you got anything else to add on to Ibuka today before we jump into these games?
I took his touchdown, so I think he's going to have a great fantasy day. Honestly,
Oh,
I don't think Gonzo's going to follow him, which I think is going to be a problem for our defense today. And Suk, you are right. We have a really bad red zone defense. I don't know why. It's just kind of how it is, how it's been this year. Our defense isn't bad. I wouldn't say. I mean, we've given up some points here and there, especially to some teams we shouldn't be giving points to. But it kind of breaks down to the red zone defense. Once they get down there, it seems like teams are just putting it in. So I think Ibuka is going to find a way to get open and get in the end zone.
I guess I'm the only one that kind of feels opposite of that. I do think Gonzo is going to spend a majority of his time shadowing, as we've seen him do for a few weeks now. And in even last year before he got hurt, he does take on the responsibility of shadowing the opposing team's best wide receiver. And if you look back at the last few games, Ted McMillan struggled in that game, like some big time guys. And I don't know, Christian Gonzalez is one of the few cornerbacks that I'm actively avoiding when betting stuff every Sunday. I guess that just gives me a little bit of pause. But I do like another wide receiver in that game.
What do you guys think about this before we dive in? Do you guys think this is going to be back and forth?
Well, you know what? On that note, let's just go straight to it. Buccaneers taking on the Pats. That's stud or dud, such fantasy lineups. Let's get to these games. Patriots taking on the Buccaneers. Also, chat, keep us posted as we continue monitoring what's going on between the Falcons and the Colts. I think the Falcons just scored a touchdown. Drake London, if anybody has any Drake London stuff on fantasy or by betting Drake London. Was that another red pill, Triz?
No, I'm playing him. I needed a really weak game out of him, and he's probably going to single-handedly kick my ass.
Yeah, he's already got a decent amount of yards and a tutty. So, Pats taking on the Bucks. Buccaneers 2.5-point favorites at home, like we just kind of talked about. Higher total here, 48.5, depending on where you're shopping. As always, you can go check out our friends at Bet Online. You guys were kind of discussing this as we were kind of gabbing about Ibuka. Continue this thought. Do we think there's going to be a lot of points in this game? Two offenses that definitely have the capacity to hum a little bit. Patriots usually start a little bit slower. They're notorious this season so far on getting down early in games, whether it be in the first quarter or first half, and then end up putting BTA later in the game. We have two of our resident fans of both of these teams here. So, Sauceman, I'll let you lead us off since you're a fan of neither. You can kind of talk a little bit more about this game. What are you kind of seeing here? What do you like in this game?
I'm seeing a lot of fun in this game, to be honest. I think that both defenses have played better. Like, the Patriots have been good. They just, once you get into the red zone, they've been really bad. They rank 32nd, dead last in red zone efficiency, and they're letting 75% of red zone trips convert into touchdowns. So it just hasn't been good when they get down there, but they're not giving up a shit ton of red zone opportunities either. I do think that this is an offensive line that's getting better on the Bucs side with Tristan Wirfs back out there. I don't think, still correct me if I'm wrong, but it's Godeke. How do you pronounce his name?
Godke. He's back. He's back today.
Yeah, so that's great. But then you're looking at a Patriots offensive line that has Will Campbell on one side, but he's kind of maybe not regressed, but he's struggled over the last 2 weeks. They had 6 sacks against the Atlanta Falcons last week, and that was the reason that they were able to come back. They also gave up 3 touchdowns in that fourth quarter and nearly blew a 2-touchdown lead against the Falcons. This just feels like a spot where the Patriots have let teams hang in games a little bit too long, and this Buccaneers team is coming off a bye week, and we know what this team and Baker Mayfield looks like with an extra week of rest. I'm really intrigued. I think it's going to be high scoring, but I do think there's be some big defensive plays too at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's perfect because I want to ask Triz. Triz, guys have been getting to Drake. The Bucks defense is pretty mediocre in every statistic, and they're 5th in sacks. Do you think that's a worry?
We need to add some context here, bro.
Okay.
We need to add some context here. Okay, you say they've been giving up sacks, and you say Will Campbell's been playing bad. He gave up 4 sacks to Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett. It's going to skew all of the stats through almost every category. It's one really, really bad game. Granted, last week was also a bad game once it got down to the 4th quarter, but still, it's Myles Garrett. It's the best defensive end in the league. Like he's still a rookie. You know what I mean? You can't hold exactly that to him. And who do you guys really have on the outside on the outside, not on the inside? Who's on the outside? Who's going to really challenge him like that? I don't know. I think those stats are a little skewed, if I'm being entirely honest. I think
our edge rusher is out in Hassan Reddick. He's not.
That's
playing.
what I'm saying. It's just like
maybe
on the interior. Maybe on the interior. That's what I'll say. Maybe on the interior. Our guards have been equally as bad as our tackles, and you guys still have Vita Vea on the inside as well, right? Like,
yep.
It could be a little.
Yeah,
it could be a struggle up the middle, but as far as edge rush goes, I mean, I don't see how we don't stop that. At least those stats are very skewed. It's Myles Garrett with a great defensive coordinator as well. That Browns defense is legit. So it's like I'm not holding that against them. I like the Patriots today. I'm not going to give them out because I'm a Patriots fan. Everybody automatically says, "Oh, his bias, blah blah." I'm on them. They're very sharp today, in my opinion.
We actually have a lot of beef going on, Triz. We got me and Shags are on the Bucks, and you and Adam are on your Patriots. We got a lot of homerisms going on.
I guess I'm trying to just bet the line here and take the team out of it. I kind of agree with Vsauce. It's a sell high situation, but I would feel like it would be a sell high situation if the line was flipped. If the Patriots were -3 and coming in here, I'd be okay. It's definitely a sell high line on my team. It's a short line. The public is all over the Bucks. The public is slamming the Bucks everywhere. Vegas, domestically, everywhere. And the line moved from 3 to 2.5. What's going on here? Who's the hotter team? The less banged up team? It's I don't know. To me, it just seems like one of those fake sharp on the opposite side. Like as far as the favoritism goes, I don't see why the Bucks should be the favorite. So it seems like a pump fake, in my opinion. Why not just take the hot team right now, ride the hot hand? And the line seems a little too weird. I keep the points. I took the money line just personally, like I said, because I'm a Pats fan. So there's some bias behind it, but they're hot right now. They're rolling. We really can't. I mean, yeah, they skated by last week, but man, they still got the win. This team doesn't care about spreads. They don't care about points. They don't care about any of that shit. They care about winning. And they escaped Atlanta with the win. Now they're facing this Tampa Bay team that's very banged up, like very, very banged up. No Bucky, no half of their receivers are gone. Like it's their offensive line is really hurt. It's not the best time to lay 3 with the Bucks against this Patriots team, one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Say what you will about them, barely escaping games. Getting down early and then putting BTA late. Is it
one of the hottest teams, or is it stealing? Are we just yoinking shit from people?
Because I mean, well, I wouldn't say it was. I would say last week was an escape. They were up the whole second half, and the Falcons kind of came back late. Though previously, I guess you could say stealing because they got down early and then put BTA late. So.
I think this is going to be like, I think Trizzy, your point about the run game is super interesting to me because the Patriots have yet to let any running back rush for, I think, over 50 yards this year. Not just that, but the Bucks running game has gone from 3rd best in the league last year to bottom 5 in the league this year because of the lack of Bucky Irving in that backfield. I think that's going to be a big problem for a team that needs to be able to move the ball on the ground. I think that's going to be one of the things, but it's also why I'm looking at a receiver on the other side. I think a guy like Tez Johnson is in for an interesting day because Baker's going to have to sling the rock today. They're not going to be able to move the ball on the ground. And even if it's Rachaad White getting involved, I think he's going to have to do it through the air. I took Ted Johnson's touchdown today at plus 240. I think that's just like, I like the line here. It's not really indicating to me that he's going to score. But like I said, he leads the team since Mike Evans went down in targets of 20-plus yards. And those are the things that the Patriots struggle with. They struggle to stop offenses in the red zone, and they struggle with big playability. If Gonzo is shadowing Emeka Egbuka a lot of the time, the Patriots struggle outside of him, especially on the outside. They have really struggled. Sterling Shepard is back in this lineup, but he has not seen the snap count or anything close to what Tez is. He's in his rookie year. He is the smallest, like pound for pound, smallest wide receiver in the NFL. He's already got 2 touchdowns, 20 targets over the last few weeks.
160 pounds wet, baby.
There you go. 160 pounds soaking wet. That's this guy, but he's got 2 touchdowns. He's had a big impact, and he's the Bucs' highest graded receiver since Mike Evans went down.
Well, we obviously have various sides of this that are being represented. Let's go dancing.
This is the rhythm of my life. My life. Oh, yeah. I know you want to say it. This is the rhythm of my life. This is the rhythm of my life. This is the rhythm of my life.
Give me the motherfucking Baker Mayfields. Buccaneers minus 2.5. I know it's public. I don't care. I want the better team in a better spot coming off a bye, and I want to trust Baker Mayfield when it comes down to it. Also, our friends at RITHMM like the Buccaneers in this spot. This is one of their favorite plays on their model, minus 2.5 for the Buccaneers. You can get involved with our friends at RITHMM. You can download and make your own models. You can ride with the models, not the models you probably want to ride with, but you know what I'm saying. Go check them out, RITHMM. Vibes 25, get 25% off your subscription. You can lock and load with the Buccaneers with me today, and you can ride with our friends over at RITHMM. It was lovely listening to you guys talk about it and then have the segment coming in directly following it, talking on the other side. It's always a good way to do it. This is a really big game today when all of us here at Betting News have various sides of this. So you guys can choose which side you want to be on. I can see totally taking the argument of just taking the Pats. I agree with you, Triz. Just fuck the points. Just take the money line. If they're winning, they're probably going to win by at least a field goal, maybe a touchdown or something. But I like Baker and the boys at home to get the job done. So give me the Bucs minus 2.5. This is the only spread inside I have today. And our friends at RITHMM like it as well. Like I said, get involved with them at Vibes 25. Get 25% off. You can download the app. You can use it on your desktop to go check out everything that they have sponsoring the program as well today. Bucs, baby. Give me the Buckies. All right. We spent a lot on that one. Anybody else got anything to say before we move on?
I will say that just because you talked about it right now and talking about points, that Drake May's deep ball, I forget who just sent the graphic right now. We have so many group chats, but someone sent that the deep ball is not that great for Drake May. If I'm being honest, as a Bucs fan, if there's a get right spot, he could do it against the Bucs. Drake May,
he's like one of the best deep ball throws in the NFL. So whoever's sent you that stat is wrong.
Has anybody seen that video of the throw to Diggs against Buffalo in Buffalo?
Yeah.
Are you worried about
poetry in motion? Like
he's like top 4 or 5 in the NFL at deep ball percentages, I think. So he's muted. Goats are muted.
Deep pass percentage, he's 24th, but he's first in deep pass EPA, meaning he's very efficient. He's just doing it a lot at a higher rate, and he's throwing that long ball way more than most QBs are. But he's been very good in EPA. He's really good, and in all other metrics, the passer rating, I think he's top 3. Yeah. So
this nerd sent it to me for sure.
Yeah.
Pointed wrong way, but fair enough.
Oh, damn it!
There you go. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about another game. Attaboy V. There we go. Welcome. Hi, Rusty. Rusty, you got a shout out from Triz a little earlier on Arc Raiders as well, saying that game was goated. So good job, stuff. Yeah, drink your coffee. Take another sip. Okay, where do we want to go next? We can talk a little bit about this game. Let's get some thoughts on this one. Lots of great games today, boys. We're getting to the point of this of the season where they're starting to mean a little bit more. NFC South battle, sticking in the NFC South. Panthers taking on the Saints. Tyler Shuck getting another start, and he's been I don't know why they're starting this dude. 5.5 points are the Panthers here, but maybe Kamara can get loose against a team that he likes to play. We'll see if Rico Dowdle has an opportunity to have another big day like we talked about a little earlier. 39.5 point total here that we're looking at, lads. Triz, I'll let you lead us off since you kind of alluded to it a little earlier that you kind of leaning towards the Saints. Why are you liking the oh man, why are you liking the Saints in this spot?
Divisional matchup, man. I'm just kind of holding my nose here. This Panthers team's red hot, and they're a little banged up. Tet's a little banged up. I mean, he's going to end up playing, but he is a little banged up. And Leggett has not been playing the best. That Dowdle's just been the bright side of this offense here. And if the Ravens can somehow, if the Saints can somehow figure out how to stop the run here, I truly think Carolina might struggle to move the football here. And if Carolina struggles to move the football here, 5.5 points is a lot of points. This could be a Carolina 3-point win, maybe. Maybe the Saints win outright. Like I said, these divisional matchups have been really funny. So I'm going to hold my nose here, take the 5.5. It seems like the public is coming in on the Panthers. How can they not? One of the hottest teams in the NFL. But line hasn't really moved. So in my opinion, I'm going to take the divisional dog here on the road. 5.5 points. It's a lot of points. So hopefully it's a slugfest and it stays within that. Maybe even 4 points. I'd be comfortable with 4. That's entirely fine. Maybe a late backdoor by the Saints, but I am worried because Shaw has not been good at all. I'd rather have Rattler out there. If Rattler was out there, I'd feel a lot more confident in this bet. But even still, you never know what happens in the NFL. Guys get hurt all the time or whatever. Shaw can come out, throw 3 picks in the first quarter. Next thing you know, Rattler's playing. So, like I said, it's disgusting, but I'm just going to hold my nose and take the Saints.
I like it. I'm with you. I don't want to take the Saints, but I'm taking Kamara. I love this bet over 53.5 rushing and receiving yards. He's been really pedestrian over the last four weeks. Most of that is because Shuck has been pretty bad. And even before that, Rattler was not really able to get him involved in the offense either. But every time Alvin Kamara plays plays the Panthers, he goes fucking crazy. In 2 matchups with them last season, obviously playing them a lot in his career as this is a divisional foe. 155 yards on the ground and 60 receiving yards. The game before that, 83 rushing yards, 27 receiving yards, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He crushes this line against the Panthers every single time he plays them, especially the last 4 or 5 matchups. So I'm going to ride that wagon. I think that this line is just disrespectfully too low. If you look at his last 3 or 4 games, you can see why it's this low because he hasn't even gotten close to it. I think that he could hit this in the first half in this game with just rushing yards. I think he's going to have a really big day today. This is one of my favorite bets, and I kind of like what you're saying on the Saints side of things. I feel like the Saints could maybe surprise some people today. The Panthers make too much sense. Now, the Panthers could come out and win this game by 2 touchdowns. The Saints are bad. But I've seen them also. They're the highest liability in survivor pools this week are the Panthers because a lot of people are looking at this line and looking at an opportunity to use this Carolina team in a spot where they're playing a superior or an inferior team. Maybe there's some weird shit that goes down in Carolina today because of that. So I kind of like your side. Don't want to ride the Saints because they're stinky. But I really think Kamara is going to have a big day today.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I know you have a play in this game too. You kind of talked about it a little earlier with your staff pick. Go check out our staff article if you haven't already, chat. We've been absolutely cooking 9-3 last week. We're 70-38 on the season, guys, on the entire season, which is just a ridiculous hit clip right now in that staff article between all 12 of us. So Trizzy's 8-1.
Making bank just betting the staff article every week.
Mm-hmm. Literally. Mm-hmm. Trizzy's 8-1. Chef and I are 7-2. Adam's also 7-2. So almost everybody over 500. Shags is almost over 500. Is at the bottom. But been cooking with gas. Your staff article play though. What do you like in this game, Sook?
Yeah, I'm just taking the Panthers for 32 rushing attempts. It's basically built off everything you guys said. I think this will be a messy game. And between Dowdle, Hubbard, and Bryce's return, I think that they're going to have to get it done on the ground. We talked about Tet a little bit, touched on that. He apparently popped his hamstring on Friday. That's a very finicky injury. I don't like the fact that he's even in this game because he's a young kid. Maybe you got to protect that a little bit. Maybe he's going to be smokescreen. So let's go with the Panthers. They got 2 backs, a quarterback that might be good for 3 to 4 rushes. So I just got this number right here. It's actually ticked up to 32.5 on most books, but I like the Panthers to run. Last year, I really took their team total rushing yards consistently. This is a team that likes to do it on the ground, and I think they're going to do it once again this Sunday.
Nice. I think I like this play. You can't play it everywhere, unfortunately, but if you do have the capability to play this, depending on where you're shopping, It's a good spot. They're going to run the football a lot. Rico, we talked about earlier. Even Chuba. I mean, Chuba's going to still be involved in that running game as well.
I mean, like you said, Rico just had 25 last week alone.
Yep. Alone. Exactly. Let's get Sauceman back in here. Hi, V.
Hi. Sorry. Just
hello.
Like I'm still lagging a little bit, so I'm just waiting for it to all pick up.
Okay. Are you you want to talk about this game a little bit? You got any thoughts on the Saints and the Panthers?
I got Tet.
Okay. Word. He has Tet. Oh, so he has Tet for his receiving yards, I would assume. V also wrote about a lot of these games, and he put out his touchdown article at bettingnews.com because I don't know if we're going to have him for the rest of the show. It seems like not. So you can go check out all of his plays and all of his stuff at Betting News for free, and go follow him on Twitter, obviously, for the rest of his plays out there as well. Any other thoughts on this game specifically? Oh, Tet. He just Tet. That's what we got. Anything else, boys, before we move on?
No, just everyone who's wary of Tet, he could obviously go off because he's just such a freak athlete, 6'5" or whatever he is. But like Friday, he did mess up that hammy, and it was something of concern going through the weekend. They didn't know if he was going to play, but now it seems like he's going to be in the lineup. So just be wary.
Sure. Yeah, after you said all that, and then V just goes Tet. So
yeah,
there you go.
That was great.
Another divisional matchup. Let's talk about this one. The Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills in Miami today. 9.5-point dogs are the Dolphins taking on one of the best teams in football. Big total in this one. Two offenses that definitely have the capacity to hum, and two defenses that can definitely get gashed in certain areas. James Cook could possibly be an option, as the Dolphins have one of the worst rushing defenses in the NFL. And the Dolphins have been a little better moving the football, and the Bills can get beat in certain areas as well. Triz, I want to get your thoughts on this game. Do you have any sides or any spreads or any thoughts on the total in this one, or is this just a complete stay away for you?
The total is definitely intriguing, but divisional. I hate taking overs in divisional matchups, man. I keep doing it and keep getting burnt. No matter how sharp it looks, it doesn't really work out too well. So I don't see how this isn't a Bills BTA either. If I'm being honest, this is a great bounce back spot for them. This Dolphins team is so bad. They are so bad. Tua has been terrible. I don't really feel comfortable taking a large spread on the Dolphins either. This line's kind of moving backwards as well, so I don't really feel comfortable taking the Bills. So I'm just going to stay away. Divisional matchup, too big of a spread for it to be moving backwards. It should be kind of moving up, closer towards 10. I don't know why it's moving the other way. Maybe it's because the Bills haven't been playing the best. Lost a couple tough games, especially one to the Panthers, one they probably shouldn't have lost. So I'm going to stay away. Oh, sorry. I was thinking about the Panthers game. Not exactly a bounce back. Still, though.
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying. I have a bet in this game. I have a prop. I really like this one. James Cook over 83.5 rushing yards. I kind of said this. The Dolphins have statistically, they're 30th in the NFL for rushing yards allowed. We've watched all these teams and all these guys play. This rushing defense is the worst rushing defense in the NFL. They can't tackle. Their gap discipline is awful. They can get gashed heavily on the ground, and I think that James Cook is going to come out and just do just that. He hit this earlier in the season when they played in their divisional matchup, as they've already played in Buffalo early. He had 108 rushing yards in that game. And again, this team just gives it up on the ground. I'm not going to overthink this. Obviously, he's been hot over the last couple of weeks, going over this line in 3 straight games, 114, 216 against Carolina, which we talked about a little earlier, and then 87 against Atlanta. It's been one of the best running backs in football this season, which is he's kind of a forgotten about piece sometimes. But I think Cook can get running wild today, and I think that they can control the tempo on the road as well. So I really like the 83.5. I like the 100+ sprinkle as well. I also think Devon Achane on the other side of things can have a success against this Bills team. He's hit his rushing yards line in 3 straight matchups against Buffalo. He's also had some nice success through the passing game, obviously, as the number 1 targeted pass catcher on this Dolphins offense. So could it be a tough day for Tua? Sure, but he's going to have to move the football to keep up in this game if Josh Allen and company get rolling. So I do think that Achane has some opportunities as well. So, but I love James Cook. That's my favorite play in this game. I kind of don't really know about a side. Kind of could see this maybe be a backdoor cover situation from the Dolphins, but this team is terrible. They could totally lose by 2 to 3 touchdowns, depending on if Buffalo really wants to get rolling here. So helps that this game's in Miami. because obviously as it gets colder in Buffalo, they got lucky that their Buffalo game was in the beginning of the season, and their second game matchup is now in Miami. So you don't even have to deal with whole cold Tua hands. But I'm sure we'll see that at some point later in December. You got any thoughts on this game, sir? Any bets here?
No strong thoughts on this game. I think this is yucky. I don't want to bet on this. It's everything you guys said, and like Mike McDaniel looks more like somebody that hangs out on Skid Row than an NFL coach. So it's not one I want to bet. I think the one thing that I did have circled is I think Shakir has a good game. His receptions, little juiced, but this is not one I want to bet.
Mm-hmm. Bounce back after beating Buffalo, Kansas City. Yeah. B-Dot, you live in Buffalo. All right, good to know. Or in that area, I guess, of the world. It's cold. It's also cold in Chicago. We'll talk about that game.
That's one thing we didn't talk about in the Bucks game, Triz. Is it hot in Tampa today?
I don't know. Probably.
It's got to be better than New England weather right now.
Warm.
I know.
Yeah.
I know New England weather has been like 50, cold and rainy, so it got to be better than that. Yeah.
It's going to be toasty. They have toasty in California. They got 3 games in Florida. No, 2 games in Florida today. The Texans are playing at home against the Jags. Actually, let's go to that game. Let's talk about this one. Another divisional matchup. Lots of divisional matchups today. The Texans taking on the Jaguars. Huge game for both of these teams in their divisional standings as they're trying to keep up and keep pace with the Indianapolis Colts. 1-point dogs here, pretty much a pick them on either side, depending on where you're shopping. A little bit of a lower total, as we were kind of talking about the divisional aspect of these matchups. 37.5 is the total for this game. Triz, I want to get your thoughts first. My favorite play of the entire slate is in this game, but I will lob it up to you first. Do you like this divisional matchup? What are we kind of thinking here? Do you think that Trevor Lawrence and company can get the job done on the road? Or do you think that the Davis Mills-led Texans team after C.J. Stroud with a concussion not playing today, do you think that they can get the job done at home?
So I kind of lean with the Texans in this game, but to lob you up with your play, I love Nico Collins today. I'm on the touchdown. I'm on the 2 touchdowns. I think he's going to go nuts against this Jaguars defense. And Davis Mills is the one that's starting, right?
Yep.
Big long neck guy. Yeah, exactly. He loves Nico. Loves Nico, and he also loves Dalton Schultz. I think they might. I don't want to say anything bad about CJ Stroud, but it seemed like they didn't have too much of a problem moving the football last week when Mills took over. So I think this is going to be a typical divisional matchup. I would not be surprised if this game's like 14-10 or 13-10. But I think if the Texans put up 2 touchdowns, I think they're both Nico. So I think there's a lot of value on the 2+ today. I'm probably staying away as far as the side goes. This total is ridiculously low too. It's kind of criminally low. They're playing in a dome, I believe. It's 37.5 in a dome is a little ridiculous. This Jaguars defense just gave up like 30 to the Raiders. So I think there is a potential for some points to happen in this game. The only thing that would scare me away from it would be it's divisional, and that's why the total is that low. But yeah, as far as the side goes, a total goes, I'm staying away. This Texas defense is really, really good. Lawrence has been struggling a little bit. BTJ is out, not like he's been much of a factor anyways, but still Myers, only a week to learn the offense. Lawrence not going to have too many people to throw to over there. So I think could be slow game, but I probably lean with the Texans. I'm not taking anything other than Nico.
Yeah, I'm with you. Love Nico. Love the 2. I'm going to tail you on the 2 touchdowns, but I took his receiving yards. I got it earlier this week at 58.5. It's up to 63, 64.5 in some places. I still like it there. He has 100 receiving yards in 4 straight matchups with the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's Happy Nico Collins Day. It's a holiday every time Nico Collins plays the Jaguars. He absolutely destroys this team. They're also 26th in the entire NFL for receiving yards allowed. And as I mentioned, eats them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Huge Nico Day incoming. He also had 10 targets on 7 catches last week with Davis Mills as his quarterback, like you talked about. 75 yards last week against Denver, one of the best passing defenses in the NFL. So I think that Nico's going to go absolutely crazy today. Don't know why the line is low. I think that he's going to get peppered with targets. Davis Mills, this is the battle of the necks between Davis Mills and Trevor Lawrence. They have ginormous necks, like fucking dinosaurs. But
there's a joke in there somewhere.
Somewhere. But no, I love this is my staff article play. Love Nico tailing you on the touchdown and the 2. But I think he's going to get loose today with the receptions with his targets from Davis Mills. So, Sauceman, what do you think about this game since you're back with us?
Exactly what you guys both just said. The receiving yards for Nico. Davis Mills loves this guy. He's also got a touchdown in 2 of his last 3 games with Davis Mills under center. The most recent game being last week. Obviously, he didn't get in the end zone. But again, that's a very stingy Broncos defense. This week, he went up against the Jaguars team that's looked fantastic to start the year. Like the coverage team was looking top 5, and then it's kind of fallen off a cliff over the last few weeks.
Just like your connection.
At least we got part of the sell job in there. He's kind of just repeating what we also just kind of talked about too. So, and we made it. I think Sauceman is getting new Wi-Fi tomorrow, so he will be back with us, rocking and rolling, ready to go. But yeah, poor buddy. It's nothing worse than Wi-Fi problems. And Gerald, he has been working on it on the side. It seems like he hasn't been, but he has been trying to figure it out. But he's at the mercy of Wi-Fi people. Any more thoughts on this game? I kind of like the Texans. The Jags are not fake good, in my opinion. This team.
You hate the Jags, though. You hate them.
I hate both of these. I hate both these teams. I honestly think I kind of agree with Triz. Maybe that they're okay with with Davis Mills. I think Davis Mills is a good NFL quarterback. He can move the football. He can throw. He can make all the throws. He doesn't maybe have the athleticism as like CJ can with the movability, but like he can make all the throws. So I think that there's definitely an upside here on the Texans, but I have no thoughts on a side in this game. This is a divisional game that just stinky all the time.
Hey, if you believe in that, SPJ, then on most books, you can bet Davis Mills not to throw an INT for plus money. In 5 straight starts, he has not thrown one. But the Jags are good at snagging INTs.
Yeah, I don't know about that. This defense is pretty good.
I'm just bringing you the information.
I like it. I Danny is on his passing yards, Davis Mills. I like that. The number was low. I do think he'll be able to move the football against this pretty bad Jacksonville secondary, or susceptible Jacksonville secondary. He's also huge. He's like 6'6", I think. All right, let's move on. Let's keep him rolling. Drop a dub if you're enjoying the show, Chad. We got about 6,000 you guys watching us across all platforms. Thanks for tapping in and hanging out with us for the Gridiron Gang to get you ready to rock and roll into NFL Week 10. Also, what's the score between the Falcons and the Colts? Anybody got any live score updates there?
14-13 Falcons.
Okay. Is it halftime still, or are we in the third quarter?
Halftime. We got touchdowns from Pierce, Jonathan Taylor, Drake London, and one more person. I don't know who scored for Atlanta. But yeah.
Bijan? Honey Bijan?
Might have been. I can check.
Crazy Pellet, you're with Triz. Triz is on it. It's also the number one survivor, like the biggest survivor liability today is the Panthers. A lot of people took the Panthers this week. Oh, it's third quarter now. Okay, thank you.
Algier. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, Algier did score.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking vulture. Interested to hear you guys' thoughts on this one. Vikings taking on the Ravens. Ravens coming to town. Still the odds-on favorite to win the AFC North, and that is because Lamar Jackson is back. Looking to put back-to-back wins here. Looked really, really good last week on Thursday Night Football against Miami. BT-8'd them. See if they can do the same thing to the Vikings today, who looked also awesome last week with J.J. McCarthy taking back the reins. Did you guys see him in the locker room looking like an absolute psychopath, too? What a weirdo, dude.
That was cringy as hell.
Yeah. I know, man. That was so funky. I mean, it worked, so whatever gets you out of bed in the morning, but Jesus, it looked weird. 49-point total here. He looked like he definitely did the Gruden thing. Like he looked. This was him in the locker room the entire time, just sitting there. I know Triz, your staff article play is in this game, so I'll let you kind of lead us off here, like in the road team, eh?
Yeah, man. Let's look at this line. How does this line make sense, bro? How the hell does this line make sense? So are you kidding me? The Vikings just beat the Lions. I don't want to speak out of context here, but I'm pretty sure the Vikings went to Detroit and beat the Lions as well. Right?
Oh, they did. Yep.
Yeah. And now they're at home catching 4 to the Ravens. How the hell does that make sense? So you mean to tell me if this game was on a neutral site, the Ravens would be laying a whole touchdown here?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? This is the fishiest line this week, in my opinion. It's Ravens all day. This is my staff article pick. I'm 8-1 taking lines exactly like this. and exactly like this. And
you took
and
the Raiders last week, which was
I took
nasty.
the Raiders. I took the Raiders.
The Raiders.
They shouldn't have covered 3 times and somehow found a way. This line doesn't make any sense to me. I think the Ravens and Lamar are going to keep rolling here today. I think they're going to go into Minnesota and kind of shock the league a little bit here because, again, the Vikings just and JJ, they just had a fantastic game against the Lions, and the Lions are not a bad team in the NFL. The Lions are very, very good. They've proved it time and time again on primetime, not on primetime, and they flat out beat the Lions. It wasn't. I think they were up over 2 touchdowns at one point. It wasn't really close. And again, this Ravens team, they looked really good last week, but again, we can't forget how they looked without Lamar. They were not very good at all. So again, this line, I don't care if it's 3, and I got it at 3.5 because we put out the staff article pick. I sent the pick over on Friday or something like that. So I got 3.5 minus 115, but I think it's up to 4.5 right now. I don't care if it gets to 5. I think this is a full touchdown cover by the Ravens, and I don't think this game's going to be very close. I really do not. I think the spread is very vindicative of what's going to happen in this game. If this spread was 2.5 or 3 and the Ravens are going to Minnesota, I'd feel a little bit differently. The books are having no problem giving you the hook. They went over 4. They went over 4.5 on the Vikings. They do not care about giving you these key numbers on the Vikings, probably because the Ravens go in and put belt to ass. So I'm all over the Ravens today. I think they roll.
Ravens are 8-4 as a favorite in the last dozen against the spread.
I would have tailed you here, but I missed the 3.5, and it's up to the 4.5. And I think you're right. I think they win by a touchdown, but I just went a different direction, nice and chalky. I'm with you. I think Derrick Henry is going to go crazy today. Nothing. I mean, you guys know I love betting Derrick Henry anyway, but over the last 3 weeks, he's been really, really good. Kind of a little bit of an inefficient middle of the season, but now that Lamar is back, it just changes the math completely for how you defend the Baltimore Ravens, and it changes the math how you have to deal with Derrick Henry. 119, 71, and 122 rushing yards in 3 straight games. I got a great number here at 72.5. It's up to 79.5, 80 plus in some places. I still like it there. I think he's going to have 100 plus today. I think you're getting great value on Henry to get a huge workload, and I think that they're going to run all over this team today. So I'm with you. I like the Ravens in this spot. I do also really like Derrick Henry. I think Lamar can have a big day too. Maybe his touchdown is live. But I think I see V's got another touchdown score in this game. So maybe pass it to him. What do you like in this game, V? Hopefully we hold on to you for long enough.
Dude, honestly, I'm afraid to talk for too long because, like I said, I feel like that's when I hit the boot. But real quick, Mark Andrews last week, 2 touchdowns. He has 67% first read target share. That means that on 67% of pass attempts this week, he was the first read. He's not looked at anywhere else on the field. Am I gone? Oh, I'm here. But Slick started laughing. It made me think I was gone.
Power through.
He is 4th in the league in first read target share when you get here into the red zone. He had 2 touchdowns last week. 1 came in the red zone. Technically, 1 came from exactly 20 yards out. Plus 165. The Dolphins have struggled against tight ends. 32nd in yards per route run. 27th in touchdowns allowed. They just don't got it. And this is a team that thrives in the red zone. 4 touchdown passes last week, and he's just doing everything. He's also one of the best QBs against the blitz, something we know the Vikings do a lot, and they give up a ton of big plays. So give me Marky Mark to get in the end zone for plus 165.
I love it. Was on his first last week, got his touchdown. Sprinkle like Gerald's been sprinkling likely all season. He's chasing that.
When Slick laughs, I just assume that you got kicked.
No, you're here. WBet Online, big sponsors today. Obviously, you can go check them out and get involved with that QR code in the corner of the screen. Scan for a 55% deposit bonus, and they're giving out cash reloads today during the NFL game. So go check out our friends at Bet Online. Get involved here, there, and everywhere across all the entire United States. You can bet at Bet Online. Wow, we got V's through a sell job, and then we lost him. So here we go.
Perfect.
At least we got the play.
I did want to add something there. I took Rashad Bateman to score a touchdown again at plus 280. That line has not moved a cent. I looked at touchdowns on Tuesday, wrote them all down because I'm not the best at remembering exactly what the line comes out at. And I've been trying to be a little bit schizophrenic with those lines. So I did notice that this line didn't move a cent, and he is actually he's been getting the ball a lot since Lamar came back. He's always been a red zone target for Lamar. So I think he gets in today.
Love it. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one. I'm gonna be watching Red Zone just because I'm not invested individually in the Titans game, so I'll just be having Red Zone on. I might put the Patriots Bucks game on a full screen, depending on how that game's kind of going. But I'll probably just do NFL crack today and watch Red Zone all day. But I'm excited to see this game. Was my other point. This was the other one that intrigues me to maybe watch this one individually as well. We'll see how the things are going. All right, let's go to maybe a little bit of a stinkier game. Ooh, ATL recovers. Oh, is Danny Dimes turning into a pumpkin in front of us, chat? I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Speaking of pumpkins, yeah, I know, Gerald. I like pain. Jets taking on the Browns, two of the worst teams in football going head-to-head today. Jets, 2.5-point dogs. They just sold off their entire defense. Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner obviously playing for different teams now. Browns, one of the best defensive teams in the NFL anyway, but their offense is just putrid. Dylan Gabriel still trying to figure it all out. I got nothing in this game. This game sucks. I don't even think I want to think about this game. I know Danny sent me his staff article play, and it was the Jets plus 2.5, and I couldn't believe that was the tick he wanted to take. He likes the Jets in this spot. He thinks that they can win this game outright. And also, I like the logic and the fact that this team is going to come out and play in the fact that they just saw their owner sell off some of their big star pieces. And he thinks that they're going to come out and play with some fire because of that and tenacity. I understand the logic. I think that they are technically the better offensive team, which is whack to say with how bad Justin Fields has been. But they're coming off their first win of the season. So maybe they can make some moves today. But nothing for me in this game. This game's stinky. What do you guys think about this one? Any thoughts here?
I got some thoughts. I took the Browns. Disgusting. Gross. Roast. Absolutely nasty. But what I will say is historically since 2008, road teams that start the week as the underdog and move to the favorite are 73-37 straight up. 62-49 against the spread. So what I did here, I ended up getting the spread low enough where I don't think it's going to necessarily matter. I took 1.5, but I am on the Browns here. Too much of a historical trend to me. I think the Jets are coming off of a major win off the against the Bengals anyways, despite selling half the team, blah, blah, blah. They're still riding the momentum of that. Mm-hmm. And I know the public remembers that big win a couple weeks ago. Not many people have any faith in Dylan Gabriel. I don't have faith in Dylan Gabriel whatsoever. I don't think he's a great quarterback, but Shedeur is the number 2 today. And I do know Dylan Gabriel is fragile. So maybe Shedeur gets some playing time today, and that's how they cover. I don't know how the hell they cover this game. I held my nose, took the Browns. Those stats are too great to ignore. I also took Jerry Jeudy to score a touchdown today. That's another guy whose line has not moved all week. Plus 310, plus 300 on some books, has not moved a cent. So I really I don't exactly know how they're going to do it. This is a disgusting game, like you guys mentioned. These are two really bad teams, but I like that Browns defensive line. That Browns defense has been playing very good. Justin Fields has been playing like ass. So, I mean, how do you not take it there? Short line, again, with the statistics behind road underdogs moving to the favorite. I kind of held my nose and took it. I will say as well, I didn't put it out as an official play, but I texted you guys this on Thursday when I saw the line. Adonai Mitchell's anytime TD came out on Thursday at like plus 1,900. Way too wide for the Jets' number 2 wide receiver now. Way too wide. This guy was scoring with the Colts. Now he's going to get the ball way more. I just took it basically simply out of principle. If you're going to hang dumb lines, I'm going to make stupid bets. That's just how it is. Plus 1,900, way too wide. It's already down to plus 950 on some books. So I got CLV. So, might probably cooked, but it should be mentioned that line opened way too wide. If it doesn't happen this week and next week you see plus 300 next to his name, you know what's going to happen. So
red pill, baby. I like it. The logic makes sense. You've also been chasing this since last year. So
I'm not chasing anymore because I got my money back last year. So we did hit one. We hit one.
Yeah, you got one.
I haven't tried it this year.
You're winding the toy back up again to go round 2 of the chase.
Exactly.
Maybe you get first cash bang today. I mean, 19-1, dude, is nice work.
Yeah.
So that one
how do you not? It's dumb number. Stupid number.
Sprinkle the first for the hell of it. It's probably like 101.
It might not even be listed.
Probably not even available. Hey man, if Adonai Mitchell scores the first touchdown today for the Jets, this clip will go everywhere. So, all right, let's. Anything else on this game? Sauce, I know you're trying to get back in here. Do you got any thoughts on this Browns Jets game? I don't want you to waste your Wi-Fi on this one if you have nothing. Okay, he's got nothing. Imagine him trying to talk about this game and it craps out just to say this game's stinky. You're going head to head with Danny. I don't know who. I hope you win. I hope Danny. Maybe did you take the 2.5 or did you just take the Browns to win?
I took the 1.5. So
Danny has the Jets plus 2.5.
They might win by 2. Yeah, who knows? Like I said,
sure. Weird shit. We'll see what happens. Another interesting game in Chicago. We talked about this a little earlier with Jackson Dart. Bears in Chicago today in the snow. It's going to be a snowy kind of mix in Chicago today. Typical November Chicago weather as the first big snowstorm moves through the northeast of the United States. And it should affect this game with the total, as Trizzy was alluding to earlier. 46.5 point total here. 4.5 point favorites are the Bears in this matchup. Jackson Dart and company looking to come in and stick around like they have been doing. 4 straight games that Jackson Dart has scored a touchdown on the ground. Like I mentioned, he was really good last week through the air when we talked about Stutter Dart a little earlier. And the Bears have been winning football games as well, looking to stay competitive in this crazy NFC North division on the north side of things. So I don't have any bets officially in this game. Oh, yes, I do, actually. I have a rushing yard prop. But, Sook, do you have any thoughts on this game before we kind of talk about some props and some sides here?
No extensive thoughts. This is a stinky game. Okay.
I will give you you know what the worst rushing defense in the entire NFL is?
One of these two.
One of these two. The New York Giants are terrible at stopping the run. Unfortunately, well, I guess not unfortunately for Bears fans, but for bettors, it's a little bit more complicated. DeAndre Swift is back in this game. So he should have a little bit more to say on the ground, but I'm going with the rookie, Kyle Manungai. I got 39.5 rushing yards earlier this week. This line has jumped up to 49.5. I still like it there. But I do obviously like the 39.5 that I like a lot better that I got earlier this week. This just line's too low. Like, this kid's really good. He had 27 carries for 176 yards against the Bengals last week with no Swift. This Giants defense is awful. 31st in the NFL, 150 yards on the ground allowed. I think Manungai could get this with ease, even if he only gets 10 to 12 carries, which he probably will if Swift is going to be back there too. But I really like the rushing. I think that he's the better pure running back in comparison to Swift. Obviously, Swift is very good out of the backfield catching the football too, but we've seen Ben Johnson use 2 running backs efficiently before in Detroit for Sonic and Knuckles for a long time. So I really think that Manungai has a chance to have a big day today. I love the ladder. I think you're getting great value on a guy that just it through 2 of his last 3 games, 176 rushing yards, 24 rushing yards, and 81 rushing yards. 60, 70, 80 could be on the table. Maybe if they're also kind of on the ground because it is going to be cold. I hate the whole cold narrative because quarterback can play in the cold. They're fine to throw the football. But running the football, it does make it a little bit more interesting just because you do want to ground and pound and make people have to tackle you in the cold. And
why can't every stadium just be domed? I don't get it.
Because then you don't have the opportunity to be in an outside arena, man.
You should say that to host the Super Bowl.
You should say that to Shags. Shags hates that take. He will get vehemently angry with you if you say to him, "Why is every NFL stadium not a dome?"
Then they should all be outside. Then you die in the Tampa heat, you die in the Buffalo cold. I just feel like there should be more of an even playing field. But maybe that's
that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? You win home field. You got to go through places like Kansas City or Green Bay.
Like, what if the Knicks were like, "No, we're not playing in MSG. We're going to play in Rucker Park this week."
Okay, now you're just making shit up. That's all you're doing.
He goes in timeout for that.
Anyways, let's talk about
goes in timeout
on this slate in this game. Trizzy, the plus 140 line for this rookie Kyle Manungai. Are we intrigued by that? Are we moved by that? I know he had a big week last week. He's also done a great job of breaking tackles, something the Giants really struggle with. But plus 140 for the rookie while Swift sits there at plus money as well. I don't know.
I like it.
I think we should remember that Ben Johnson has sat Swift on the bench before, just in a different stadium with a different team. So again, Swift missed practice on Friday. It was like it said groin/personal. So I don't know what the personal part was. Maybe they
And
told
Johnson
him, "Hey,
hates me.
His groin was personal. He had some personal
I
aspects of
don't
his
know."
groin.
Or maybe he threw a fit when Ben Johnson told him he's going to be splitting carries now with Monungai. Maybe I'm not exactly sure, but I think Monungai is very violent the way he runs the football, and I think that is what the Bears have needed. I've seen a lot of Bears fans on Twitter specifically kind of bitching about Swift not hitting holes and Swift not really Swift kind of dancing around too much and ending up a hole closing because he is dancing around too much. And Monungai last week hit those holes, and he hit those holes hard. Pause. So I do think Monungai might be the better like pure runner of the football, where Swift is the more versatile back. So maybe Monungai gets most of the carries, and Swift starts kind of fading into that third down passing situation type of role. So yeah,
Trizzy,
I don't hate Monungai.
just one other guy to bring up. I saw you pick him up in our fantasy football thing. Theo Johnson sitting at plus 260 to get in the end zone today, and this Bears team ranks second last in passing touchdowns allowed. They've given up 20 touchdowns through the air, and Theo Johnson's seeing a 28% red zone target share. Like, he is the only guy that's being looked at. Wan'Dale Robinson is good, but he's also a smaller wide receiver, and those guys have a tougher time playing in those short yardage situations. I think Theo's like 6'7", if not 6'6" at the very least. He's a big-bodied receiver, and I don't know, plus 260?
I know Danny's on his receiving yards. He liked that play quite a bit. I like that. I like the logic on the touchdown too. Good value as well.
Adonai Mitchell just got ruled out.
Oh,
you know what that is? That's them hanging a bad line and then benching him.
CLV for the win.
You should have taken the cash out when they offered you like almost double your money.
You got him benched, Jizzy. You put too much money on it. You got him benched.
Before we move on from this game, since Crazy Pellet kind of mentioned it with Caleb Williams' touchdown, like I said earlier, Jackson Dart has scored a touchdown in 4 straight games, boys. His touchdown is 2-1 plus 200. Feels like a rug pull, maybe, or is it just you just take it and feel good about it because he's probably going to rumble into the end zone again, or is Tyrone Tracy going to get in there randomly?
I kind of like Tyrone Tracy today. That dude was outsnapped by Singletary like vastly last week. Singletary was clearly the RB1, and Singletary's touchdown dropped at like plus 380 or something like that, and Tracy's dropped at plus 150. It's moved a little. It's moved backwards a little bit. I think it's up to plus 170, plus 180, which has kind of scared me off of really taking it. But I mean, that's a little vindicative in my opinion. The guy is not getting the ball. He wasn't getting the ball. Was outsnapped last week. Now his touchdown is almost half the price of the guy that got the ball last week. Kind of sus.
And Dart at 2-1 for a guy who scored touchdowns in 4 straight games in a game that is probably he's going to need to move the football with his legs with the snow aspect of it. So, yeah, interesting. I don't hate the 2-1 at Dart though. I mean, that feels very fine, but it could be one of those situations where he doesn't get in the end zone today.
Because you brought up Dart, one guy I was looking at was DJ Moore. His odds are sitting shorter than Jackson Dart, a guy who like has scored in 4 straight games, and DJ Moore's not even getting looked at. Rome Odunze has one of the best matchups on the board today, like on paper, but that's been going on for the last couple of weeks. This is a man-heavy defense in this Giants team, but the problem is that Rome's heel, I don't think it's fully I think it's still bothering him a little bit. He hasn't
healed.
Yeah, nice. He hasn't looked the same in the last couple of weeks. 0 targets, nothing like that. Is DJ Moore in a spot where maybe he could get in the end zone? I know that the weather we were talking about, but I don't know. This Giants team gives up a ton of points.
The heel hasn't healed. Let's bring up one of our faves. He's with us. He's awake. That Pacific time zone is finally sorted him out. What's up, Betsky? Sleepy Betsky. He's got out of bed for us to hang out with us.
Oh my god, I forgot about Sleepy Kobe.
Sleepy Betsky.
Oh yeah,
Sleepy Kobe.
We didn't get to do that.
How you doing, man?
Oh, pretty good.
Welcome to the show. You got any thoughts on this Giants game before we move on to the rest of the slate?
No, I think you guys covered it pretty well. I don't know if I trust Dart in the weather.
Yeah.
We will see. We will see.
You think he seems like a warm weather type of guy?
He does.
Where did he play college?
But maybe
Warm
that's
place?
putting too much
Ole
stock
Miss.
in the necklace.
I'm a
I mean, it gets
big
cold
dark
down there.
guy. I like when I watch this guy play, he looks like he passes the eye test for me. I think he's got a great deep ball.
Totally.
He hasn't had a great wide receivers, right? He's made a great tight end out of Theo Johnson. I don't know, like you lose a guy like Cam Scatterbo, you lose a guy like Malik Neighbors, and
He keeps on pushing through.
I like what I'm seeing from him. And I hate to say that for
Mhm.
Giants QB.
Yeah, it's nice to see the Giants actually have a serviceable quarterback for once. Backyard football guy. Facts. All right, let's move to the late slate then. Those are all the first noon 1 Eastern noon kickoffs. Let's move into the later slate, 3 games, and then we'll touch on Sunday Night Football, and then we'll start cooking some parlays and having some fun with you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the last hour with us. We got Betsky in the house now. We might have Chef with us as well, but you guys know Chef sometimes just can't step away. So we'll see if we get Chef or not. Let's go to this one. Another divisional battle. Seahawks taking on the Cardinals. Jackson Smith and Jigba and company, 6.5-point favorites at home. Jacoby Brissett has been named the starting quarterback. Apparently, Kyler Murray is on the shelf dealing with that foot sprain, and it also seems like that this maybe could be a soft benching. I don't know. 45-point total here. I like JSN in this spot, but how can you not? He's the best wide receiver in football. His 95.5 receiving yards feels comfortable. Marvin Harrison Jr. on the other side has been getting peppered with targets by Jacoby Brissett since he's taken over as the starter. Interesting spread here. Seems like the Seahawks should handle the business here, but the Cardinals have looked friskier with Brissett over the last few weeks. Betsky, since you're just joining us and you are a resident Arizonian, what do you think about the Cardinals today? You think the Birds can fly, or do you like the Seahawks in this spot?
I don't know. I kind of like Seahawks spread, to be honest.
Let's go.
Are you
Yeah.
how are you feeling about the Brissett move? Are you here for it as a fan of the Cardinals? So I guess
Well,
Is it
I'm
a
lukewarm
benching like
Cardinals
SPJ was
fan,
saying?
But didn't like a Call of Duty DLC come out?
no, a brand new game. Betsky, there you go.
Oh, a whole new
yeah, there
game,
you go.
yeah.
Even worse.
So
Even worse.
no, but Brissett's look good. I mean, I love seeing Marv finally kind of getting the looks he deserves and how he's handled it. So that's been exciting. It really makes me wonder what the hell this team will do moving forward.
I think I've already seen some rumblings that Kyler Murray has already kind of requested for them to kind of move on from him. I've seen kind of that's being discussed behind the scenes. I mean, who knows? It's all he should bullshit at this point. But
Hasn't he been the starting QB for like 5 years now? Like, isn't that
since
enough
he's been
of a shake?
drafted?
Yeah.
Since he's been drafted,
more than that.
One
And
playoff
the thing
appearance,
is,
and they got smoked.
they absolutely smoked. And like, look at his receiver. You have the weapons. Like, I like McBride is now scoring twice the touchdowns. Their offense as a whole is scoring twice as many points, twice as many touchdowns. Marvin Harrison had a career high last week in targets. How many did he have? 10.
10.
His career high in targets is 10, boys, and it happened last week with Jacoby Brissett. Like, this is malpractice. You're not using the weapons you have on offense, and it's because your QB can't see over the line of scrimmage. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I like
Short king,
speaking of
Danny DeVito, short king, not Kyler Murray.
I like speaking of Harrison. I really like his receiving yards at 55.5. He had a good game against Seattle back with Murray on Thursday Night Football with 66 receiving yards in that one, and that was the game where he like dropped and then they had the pick, and then he came back and scored the touchdown that almost sent it to overtime. I think he's going to have another big day, 55.5. As V said, he got targeted 10 times last week against the Cowboys, 96 receiving yards in that game. Seattle's defense is pretty good, but they're 21st in the NFL to receiving yards allowed. So I think that this is a great matchup. And then, again, just to be chalky, I mean, JSN should go crazy. Like, this guy's unguardable right now, 100 receiving yards in 4 straight games. His 95.5 feels high, but he had 100 receiving yards last week in the first half. He's just a target machine. Sam Darnold is looking at him all the time. They also scheme him open so well. The way they utilize him out of the backfield, the way that they get him open by moving him across the line of scrimmage, it's just unguardable. And I think you can set it, forget it, and bet his receiving yards and feel comfortable even if he has a down game. The only time he did not hit his 95.5, well, its line got elevated over the last 3 or 4 weeks, but the only time he didn't hit his receiving yards line was against the Cardinals. on Thursday Night Football, which he didn't get a target in the first half and then had like 8 in the second half and almost got it over in the second half. But I think that JSN could have a big day. I kind of like the Seahawks too, Betsky, to go back to what you're saying there. I think they could win this game by 10 plus. Cardinals have been a lot of the talking point over the last couple of weeks, but they're kind of due for a stinker game. But
What do you guys think
great,
about
so
the new acquisition?
Oh, I'm so excited! I'm so fun.
I was just going to ask you guys your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think he's going to be absolutely.
I think his line looks really low.
And boys,
I know Chef likes his touchdown.
I don't know.
Shahid, right?
Just kind of give it a week.
I'm on his touchdown as well. I didn't even know Chef was on his touchdown, so that's like auto now. That has to be auto.
Oh,
plus 220. I'm seeing.
I'm also on the over in this game. I took the over 45.5. Honestly,
yeah.
The under. If you go on VSIN, you check DK splits. The under looks so sharp. It's like 35% of tickets, 80% of the money. Then you go over to your Circa splits. Your Circa splits has the over really, really sharp. And in a lot of domestic books, they have this total sitting at 45, 44.5. You go over to Circa, Vegas splits, they have the total sitting at 45.5. I think the Seahawks probably cover this game. I know the public loves the Cardinals this week. They've bet it down to 6.5. It's now back up to 7. This, to me, seems like a Seahawks BTA, but the game goes over and the books still make money one way or another. That's kind of how I'm looking at this. I know the Cardinals played really good a week ago. Context is very, very important, and that Cowboys defense is trash, absolutely trash. So again, Seahawks defense playing really, really good as of late.
Yep.
This is probably Seahawks BTA. So I just took the over. I think it's a little low, especially for a divisional matchup like that. It's low, yet still over a key number of 44. So to me, it's one of those in-betweeners that I'm just gonna lay it on the over and just hope there's points.
And we haven't even mentioned the backfield.
Yeah,
I like
that backfield. Nobody wants to touch that ugly ass backfield. Who is it? Charbonnet? Is it Walker? Is it like that guy's birthday? And Charbonnet gets 2 1-yard carries for touchdowns. Like it's worse than Josh McDaniels. It's worse than Andy Reid. I don't even know what to say. But I want to talk about Rashid for a quick second because news is now coming out too that Kupp might sit today. Reports were initially saying he's going to play today, and even if he did, it's Cooper Kupp. He's got a history of these hamstring issues. This is not something you want to, fester, especially this late in the season. And now you have a guy like Rashid Shaheed. Boys, who was the offensive coordinator last year with New Orleans? Clint Kubiak, the same guy that is now running the offense here in Seattle. What is something he loves to do? He loves to run, play action, and stretch the field. So what did they go and do? They went and got a receiver that is going to stretch the field like that. Rashid Shaheed's line is sitting around 39.5, depending on where you want to get it at. I think this is going to be one of those things where he gets one of those deep plays. JSN has been so good. Shaheed has a very minimal amount of time to work. I know 100% Clint Kubiak and him have already been talking. He already knows the offense because he ran it last year, and he is coming out here just to run go routes this week. I'm all the way in on Shaheed's receiving yards. I think it's going to be a fantastic play this week.
Love it. I feel like we're hitting our touchdown parlay today, boys. We've got a lot of really nice touchdown plays that we've been talking about. This is going to be a fun game as well. Catches looks nice. The yards looks good too. He's usually good for a deep play. The longest reception. There you go. His yards is so low. It is tough to take a guy in his first game into teams, like you were saying, Betsky, just because you don't know how he's going to fit into this offense. But as V was just kind of talking about, I think that they're going to try to plug and play him, and they need that in this offense because
Torrey Holton's also out.
Yeah, he is,
and JSN is shouldering such a heavy load. I mean, it's been great to see, but like. That's a fine way to say that. Shouldering a load. I mean,
shouldering.
Look, shoulders so many loads.
Well, you said it was a heavy load too.
Shouldering a heavy load.
Okay, we can move on.
Yeah, it's kind of the combo.
You don't like shouldering a heavy load, V?
No, I mean, shouldering a load would have been fine. He's been handling a heavy load may have been a little egregious.
Shouldering.
So somewhere in between those two.
Sure. That's not like
anyway, going to start talking about Grady Dick, so don't get him started.
You can't see if Grady Dick shoulders a heavy load, then it's just a completely different situation,
It's like a jersey exchange.
Someone have a last name of Load? We need to find out.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this one. This one's going to be another really good divisional matchup in the late window. The Niners taking on the Rams in San Francisco today. 4.5-point dogs are the Niners at home. Mac Jones starting once again. Matthew Stafford and company have been fantastic this year, looking to get another divisional win on their belt. They had a great primetime matchup earlier this season. See if we can replicate that performance here as well. Total is a little bit higher, 49.5. In this one, they're expecting a lot of points. Two teams that have played each other a bunch, two teams with playoff aspirations at the top of this division. Triz, I'll kind of let you lead us off with this one. What do you like in this game? You got any sides or total you're looking at here?
Yeah, I took the Rams, man. This line jumped up to 6 this morning. This was all the way up to 6. Is this spread not vindicative of what's going to happen in this game? Have the 49ers really been playing that bad where the Rams deserve to be 6-point favorites in a divisional road game? I don't think so. I think the spread's kind of telling you what's going to happen here. I think the Rams probably put BTA. The San Fran's been banged up for weeks here. They're still a little banged up. They're getting some guys back here and there, but still this Rams team has been playing out of their heads. And I think this offense is really, really hard to stop right now. San Fran's defense is pretty banged up to begin with. Again, 6-point spread. 6-point spread. The 49ers have not been playing that bad by any means. If anything, they've been rolling right through these injuries. So again, way too wide in a divisional matchup. Some people could look at that and be like, okay, how do you not take the points in a divisional matchup? I look at it like the books kind of know what they're doing here, hanging such a wide line in a divisional matchup. So I'm all on the Rams here. I took minus 5.5 this morning. I do know it's up to 6 in some spots. Yeah, I think they roll again. I really do. I think they go into San Fran and just roll.
I kind of agree. I think they're pissed off after the last time. You know, they went down there and everyone's yelling Levi South, did it with a beat up team. No George Kittle on the. I think it's going to be one of those games where the Rams come in pissed off. Stafford has 21 touchdown passes, boys, to 2 interceptions. He is currently tracking to set a career high in touchdown passes at 37 years old in his 17th season. Devontae Adams has unlocked something in this guy. And over the last few weeks, we have seen his first read target share significantly go up. These two guys are literally seeing 54% of the targets from Matt Stafford, 27% for Puka Nacua, and I think it's like 26.4, 26.5% for Devontae Adams. But Adams' line is sitting at 59.5, while Puka sits at 99.5. The targets are there. Last week he had, in the last game against this team, he had 11 targets for 170 air yards, ended up coming away with just 88 yards on 5 catches. Only 6 of the targets were catchable. But the rapport is now, I think, fully developed. He had that 3-touchdown game out in Europe, and I just think that this guy's been an absolute machine. Nacua was banged up a little bit last week. I know he's good to go, and he is playing in this game. But at 59.5, I just have to push the button and think he's going to go off on this Niners team. It's also his hometown Niners, right? He's from the Bay Area, and this week he's actually in San Francisco, not in LA like he was last time.
Yeah, I kind of like the Rams here too. I'm with you on that side of things. I'm on the running back, though. I'm taking Kyren Williams over 80.5 rushing and receiving yards. This is hit in 4 straight games, 4 straight matchups with the San Francisco 49ers. He had 65 rushing yards and 66 receiving yards in their first game. He has gone crazy on the ground against the 49ers. Here, there, and everywhere. He loves playing against this team. I also like his touchdown. It's like minus 115. It's a little juicy I like the plus money instead, but this guy can score a bunch of touchdowns, as we know. But I think he's going to go and run wild today. I like your angle on the Rams as well. I also did take Christian McCaffrey over 118.5 rushing and receiving yards. It's chalky, but he's the number 1 targeted wide receiver on this team. He's also running the football really well over the last couple of weeks, especially since kind of a slower start on the ground. He's also hit that line in 4 straight games against the Rams. He'd also hit it in 5 of his last 6, dating back to when he played for the Panthers too. So I think both running backs should have good days today. This is going to be a fun game. 2 teams that don't like each other, that play each other often. Both of these coaches know each other really well and always get up for this matchup between their egos as well. Kyle Shanahan seems to also have McVay's number, so maybe it is an opportunity, like Triz is saying, for McVay to kind of one up and kind of get back some of the lick back on what we kind of saw when they lost. Was that Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football? Sunday night, wasn't it? On the second.
Was Sunday night. It was prime time.
It was primetime for sure.
Mhm.
But yeah, I like both running backs. A little chalky, and I kind of lean with the Rams too.
That's me.
I lean with the Rams. I like everything else you guys have said. I mean, we're talking about two teams that have clear superstars and clear targets. So I don't think you got to stray too much here.
I think you feel good about starting like Puka and Devontae and all those guys as well. I think it's one of those situations where this could turn into a barn burner. I know that Chef is on Kendrick Bourne, or not Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne.
Oh, good. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm on Tyler Higbee to score a touchdown today, plus 310. That's a line that hasn't moved a cent all week. In one of these big games, high total, probably going to be, I would say, one of the most watched games of the 4 o'clock slate. There's going to be a whole shit ton of public action on it. I like Higbee plus 310.
Let's go.
Yeah,
nice. I like that. I started Parker Washington, funny enough, but I think DK can have a good game on primetime. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Last game in the late slate, and then we'll start cooking, boys, as we finish off. They get into the an hour away from these early kickoffs. Detroit taking on the Commanders. The Lions looking to come back in here after that disappointing loss to the Vikings at home last week, going on and taking on Marcus Mariota, starting for Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels did not get put on the IR. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but that dislocated elbow actually is something that they're going to try to just get healed without surgery. So there's a possibility that he might return after their bye, and also that he does not have to go fully on the injured reserve, which is really interesting. So we'll see what happens with Daniels, but that doesn't really change what happens this week. Marcus Mariota will get yet another start for this Commanders team. Super banged up is this team. Still no Terry McLaurin in the lineup as well. And the Lions are looking to, as I said, right the ship after losing to the Vikings last week in a little bit of embarrassing fashion at home. I lean pretty heavily with the Lions boys in this matchup. I have a feeling that they might beat DA. I'm not going to lie to you. I do have a bet in this game from a prop perspective, but Triz, what do you think? Do you think the Lions are the A side here?
This line scares the shit out of me. It's moving backwards. It's moving backwards. I don't know how this line's not 10 or 12 or 13. I feel like everybody would be comfortable taking lines 10, 12, 13. It's 8 moving backwards, 7.5 on some spots. Trump's going to the game. I don't know if anybody has any like tinfoil hat theory on that. I don't necessarily. I think it probably should be Lions BTA. Don't know how it's not, but with the line moving backwards and shit, it's kind of scaring me. So I stayed off. I don't know if anybody else has any thoughts on it, but it's scary.
Without getting political, Trump at the game excites which player the most on either team to score a touchdown. That's all I want to know.
Aiden Hutchinson.
You know what I mean? Aiden, no, okay. Does little Sam Laporta maybe? Who knows?
Yeah, probably.
But I think this is going to be like Amon-Ra St. Brown game. He's been really good, and he responds after they take losses. After the loss against the Chiefs, he had 9 catches on 10 targets, had 1 drop ball, and that's the only thing he talked about all week. The very next week, they came out, won 24-9 against the Buccaneers, and that's exactly why Sook left at this time. But they have responded. After their week 1 loss against the Packers, what did they do? They went home, put up 31 by 31, put up 52 points on the Chicago Bears, and he had, I think, over 100 yards in that game and 2 touchdowns. I'm taking Amon-Ra in this matchup. He is their best zone defense beater. That is something the Commanders do a ton of, and I just don't see a matchup here that can cover him. Mike Sansertil, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he is, I think, the worst corner in all of the NFL, allowing the most yards. He's allowed 3 touchdowns this year and a catch rate of over 80%. Amon-Ra is lining up outside, inside, every side. So give me the guy to get over 80 yards, and I took him to get in the end zone, but it's pretty fucking chalk at minus 120. So
I love this. I love this bet, dude. I'm with you on this one. Love Amon-Ra. Also, just to throw an additional color on this too, the Commanders eliminated the Lions last season in the playoffs. The game before the NFC Championship game in Detroit, Lions lost that game. The Commanders came in and BTA'd them. So that that they're going to want to come in and give them the business here, especially in their home stadium. So Lots of different weird stuff, though, in this one. Like you said, Triz, who knows? The spread's big. I thought the Lions were going to cover last week with ease, and they ended up losing outright. So we'll see what happens there. I love Amon-Ra, though. I'm with you on this V. I like it a lot. I do think the 2 touchdowns from Crazy Pellets on the table. I laddered his yards to 100. I think that they very much so could be a situation where we see a big Amon-Ra day. All right, boys. Anything else in this game, or shall we start cooking?
Let's cook.
Let's cook.
I think Chef's going to bless us with his presence for a couple minutes. We'll get some plays from him and then cook.
You think so? I haven't heard from him.
I just got a text from him asking for the link.
Oh, well, I'm glad he texted me, asshole.
We were texting already.
Yeah, of course you were, you dirty dog. All right, let's. Oh wow, Colts 16, Falcons 17.
Wow.
Here we go. Okay. All right, boys. Let's do the touchdown lay first. We'll do 3 lays like we have been doing. We'll do like a sides and total lay. We'll do kind of our favorite plays, and then we'll do a touchdown lay. Give chat some diversity. Talk about.
Cool.
Let's do touchdowns first. I want to start us off with Nico Collins.
I'm with that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Ole Nico. Well, it's not the same as Rico, but whatever.
Hey, then do we go Rico then? Just because you're talking about it.
It's like I think
We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that.
Chris doesn't like it. No pumps? No pumps this week, boys?
No,
It's
I don't
Chuba then.
like it. No, why you want to pick a good touchdown?
What about
scorer in that
Kincaid?
game?
I love
Ooh.
Kincaid. I bet Kincaid. I think I wasn't
So
here when we
odds.
talked about that game, but he's in a great spot this week.
Plus 175. That's
Mhm.
crazy. Okay, so are we going Kincaid? I can get down with it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Kincaid, Nico. It's another one that we all kind of talked about that we liked.
Shaheed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A guy we've never seen playing an offense, man. We won't go into touchdown
I
lane.
mean, he has played in that offense, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, different team. Yeah.
And when he did play in that offense, he was going bananas last
And
year.
he had a shittier QB. Or Sam Darnold, fuck, I keep doing that, has been elite this year. Out of play action, they've been elite. It's exactly what the Cardinals struggle with. Divisional matchup. I don't know.
Can we just bet that alone, solo, and not put it in a parlay?
No.
2-1.
Put it in.
You guys want
Put it in
to
the
put it in?
parlay.
That's going to be the most free touchdown if you leave it out of the parlay. That'll hit on the first drive.
Okay.
KP's with you.
Chat's with me, but you guys run the ship, so we'll just ride. And then if Shaheed doesn't score, you can yell at me.
What are the odds on just those 3?
Plus 20, 28.
I mean, that's not bad for 3 legs.
No, it's
That does the job. Kincaid
Right.
touchdown, Collins touchdown, Shaheed touchdown. Let's leave it there.
Let's leave it there.
Okay. All right. All right. There you go. There's 3 touchdown scores. Rashid Shaheed, Nico Collins, and Dalton Kincaid. If you guys want to tail, feel free to do so. Bet responsibly, as always. Not that much, Daniel. What are you doing? The decimal didn't happen.
Have you guys ever accidentally done that and then it hits?
Yeah, a couple times. Those are fun.
That
I've done
is
it more
fun.
and have it not hit. So it's not.
Vsauce,
really
you're
that
just
great.
pretending. You're just like, oops, but you're actually meant to.
He meant to, though.
Anytime I've done it, I've been able to cash out right away for like no loss, you know.
Oh man, that is
Yeah, it is 0.
All right,
The
boys,
decimal
favorite
didn't
plays.
exist. Oh, you want to do that first? Okay.
think I'm
Betsy,
on
did
Ra.
you have a?
Because we
Okay,
both like him a lot, right, SPJ?
I can get down with Amon-Ra. All right, receiving for Amon-Ra, 80 plus. Betsky, what's your favorite play today? Oh, you didn't get to talk about your favorite because we didn't talk Sunday Night Football. You want to talk about Donkey McConkey?
So yeah, I'm all on Lad tonight. I think that's a really nice spot for him after a little bit of a down game, and he's kind of getting the targets and the attention that we've saw from last season, and gets a killer matchup with the Steelers. So that's my quick little pitch. But
I like that. We can put that in. Write it out to Sunday Night Football.
Tuck us in.
Yeah, I'll tuck me in peace.
All right.
A little,
Sure.
A little tuck in piece.
Look,
I like
Doc
it. It was your.
Yeah. Let's just do.
What's the line?
Let's just do 60 yards for him then.
Okay. Got the hook.
Mhm.
All right. Donkey McConkey for 60. Let's go, Dragus. What's up? Okay. Another couple more. I really like Kamara quite a bit. And that
Really?
kind of leans in with Trizzy's Saints play. You guys get down to ride Alvin?
Sure. And the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Or Derrick Henry.
I would rather
Down
take
with
Derrick
both of
Henry,
those.
if I'm being completely honest. Yeah.
Yeah, Kamara is a little risky because he hasn't done shit, but I mean,
And
I
I
love
don't
this
think
platform.
I don't think Kellen Moore's like play calling for Alvin Kamara in the sense that he's not utilizing him how he should be. If you see him in a Sean Payton offense, he's being utilized out of the backfield, right? We've got different kinds of runs. We've got outside zone read runs. You're not seeing that with this. Kellen Moore is adamant on putting him in between the tackles, and that's just not where he's at his best. You know what I mean? But Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry, nice. He's nice.
What did you say?
He's nice. Nice.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick
Makes you
Henry,
just enunciate. Yeah.
I heard Dick Nice.
I did too. Yeah.
You guys heard what you wanted to hear, you pervs. Okay.
Amon-Ra for 80, Ladd for 60, Derrick Henry for 80 rushing yards. One more. Uno mas. We did this before and we took a touchdown score. Should we take a touchdown score?
Hell
Like a
yeah.
nice, like a normal outlined one. You guys want to take Kyron Williams to score a touchdown in that Rams game?
What about Egbuka?
Ah.
Or I mean, if
Unagi.
Vsauce really thinks he gets clamped today, then
I
I
think
mean,
a
we can
touchdown
go
is
Jefferson
different.
too. Jefferson
I think
hasn't scored in a few weeks.
I think a touchdown is different because touchdown is one play. Anybody can give up one play.
I like the Egbuka play. It's plus 110.
Let's do it.
It fits perfect for parlay.
That gets us to plus 1100.
Yeah, don't even need a
So,
fourth leg or fifth leg.
Amon-Ra 80 receiving, Derrick Henry 80 rushing, Egbuka for a touchdown, and then Donkey McConkey to take us home and tuck us in on Sunday Night Football. There's your 4 faves. I like that quite a bit, boys. Well done. All right, there we go. That's your favorite. That's the gritty 4, basically. Egbuka touchdown, Henry 80 rushing yards, Amon-Ra 80 receiving yards, and Donkey McConkey 60 plus receiving yards. All right, sides and totals. Triz, I really liked what you were saying about that Seahawks Cardinals over. You guys down to start with that? I like that one quite a bit.
That.
Okay. All right. 45.5. Betsky, did you have like a favorite side today that you really liked or a total or anything?
Let me look a little bit more.
That's cool. What were some other ones that you guys want to ride the Ravens? I like the Ravens a lot too.
To cover, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Ravens. Love the
Cut the hook
Ravens.
and take like the 3.5. It's 4.5, but I can get to it's a parlay. We'll still probably get it up to. Okay, so Ravens 3.5. Over in the Seahawks Cardinals. Should we do an under in here? Were there any unders that kind of stood out to us? What was that under you talked about, Triz?
Oh,
Go
man,
ahead.
that
Betsky.
Houston Jacks one is so low.
Yeah, I know, man.
So low.
That
I mean,
game
do we
is
really think the Browns game's going over 37 or 38?
probably weirdly, yeah. For
Yeah.
no reason whatsoever.
I like the
Take the
Browns in
Texans on the
general.
money line?
Is the Patriots line too high?
I don't think it's high enough. I don't think it's high enough. I really don't think it's high enough.
Jonathan Taylor, huge touchdown.
Wow.
70
Holy.
yards. Holy shit. How does he not win the MVP? We got a little bit of time. Can we talk about this? How the hell does he not win the MVP? Seriously. I mean, there isn't even a quarterback that's playing better. Like, if other years you could have made the argument, you know what I mean? Like Lamar's year and Allen's year, there's an argument. I don't think there's an argument. This guy's the clear MVP of the league.
I mean, I think that if Derrick Henry didn't win it when he had over 2,000 rushing yards, then I can't imagine a running back winning it at ever. I agree with you. I think that he should be in the conversation at the top of the list, but it's just a quarterback award. It's just until they change the math of the award, I just think it's still going to be a quarterback award. He's been awesome, and he is the MVP. He'd have to break the record of LT's touchdowns in a season, I think, for it to even get to the point of like it being a legitimate possibility.
Mhm.
And even then, he might for sure. He might. He might. Yeah, JT will create. I think I'm playing against him in fantasy this week.
Dude, just look at the stats today. He has almost just as many rushing yards as Daniel Jones has passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones has 212 passing yards, and Taylor has 210 rushing yards with 2 TDs. How is that not the MVP of the league, bro? Like,
he also has 3 catches for 42 yards. He's being what Bijan should be.
DJ Moore injury first quarter.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm so off of that. Holy fuck!
Wow, had a huge moment in the game too. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Crazy.
How do you just on the MVP thing? 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He has just as many rushing yards as that is the definition of MVP. No, he's worth the most to his team. Like,
and who the fuck has a clutch 70-yard touchdown run? When does that ever happen? Like a clutch run?
We should just bring up the definition of most valuable player. Like,
see, we did the same argument, the MVP conversation last season, and for Jokic versus SGA, and SGA ended up winning it. This is a different situation because, again, for a non-quarterback to win it, it would have to be a historic type of season for him to even be in the conversation, which he's having. So that makes it. And I agree with you, dude. Based on just the pure definition of what the most valuable player should be right now, the Colts would not be in the position they are in without Jonathan Taylor on this team. So, yeah. Can we do the Bucks money line? I'm on it. So, I mean, I'm on the 2.5. I don't want to make you fade your team though, Triz.
What if we do the Rams on the spread? We all like that.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Should we just take the 4.5? That's going to make chat.
Yeah,
sad.
buy it
Got
down.
some Niners. Got some Niners in the 4.5. Wow, it's already
the jump to 6 this morning it's interesting to me. They might win this game by 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's take the 4.5.
Does the over in Buffalo intrigue anybody?
Divisional.
50.5.
Stay away from divisional totals, bro. We already have one in here too.
Yeah,
the one that we all kind of thought was going to be fun. Do we want to do anything in that Saints-Panthers game?
Saints is a hold your nose play. I would never recommend it. I might be on it, but I wouldn't recommend it, so to say.
Do you want to face the Bears?
Lions to cover?
What about the over in the Lions game?
49.5.
49.5.
You're not concerned if Commanders can't keep up?
I mean,
what if we took the Lions?
To me, the only way Detroit's not covering the spread is if this game goes under, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What if we did the Lions team total instead?
What's the number?
28.5.
I mean,
that's high.
That's I was gonna say that feels
because then I like this. Then
it's a lot of. I mean, that's a lot of points, but I don't know.
Do we want
because the team total is 28.5, and the Commanders team total is 20.5, juiced to the under.
What do we have right now?
We have the over 45.5 in the Cardinals Seahawks, the Ravens -3.5, and then the Rams -4.5.
What about the over in the Jax Houston game?
Chewy giving us the real fucking
news,
news, man.
It's 37.5.
It's another divisional matchup.
Oh gosh, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday Night Football. Do we want?
I love the Chargers Sunday night.
Chargers.
Love the Chargers Sunday night. Love.
Oh yeah.
Take the money line. No must, no plus.
I think it.
Another little tuck-in spot.
I dig it, bro. The Steelers coming off a massive win, still find themselves underdog against a struggling Chargers team. That was almost my staff pick.
Yeah, I like it. Let's do it. We're now hopefully both parlays can tuck us in on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah,
Donkey McConkey and the Chargers. Chargers money line, Rams -4.5, Ravens -3.5, the over in the Cardinals Seahawks game plus 866, depending on where you're shopping.
That's not bad.
That'll do. That'll do. Don't
Chef with the buzzer beater.
Let's say literally the buzzer beater. Mike
70-yard
Green.
run from Chef for the TD.
Hang on, let me
Going
do this
Berlin.
while we bring him up in here, because it'll hit different when we get Chef up here at the buzzer. Chef T.
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang!
Yeah,
It's good. Wins the game at the
I didn't
buzzer.
hear anything.
Welcome to the program.
Oh, there we go. What's up?
We were playing some music. Good. Hello, bippity bippity. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you guys? Hi, Squeaker.
Fantastic.
It's a
Fantastic.
fucking shit show, so welcome to my life.
okay.
But you guys know.
Okay, you're here now. We already cooked all the lays. You're coming in for the vibes, though. What's your favorite play today? Hi, Vera. Hi.
Why are you so shy? You're just talking like crazy.
She needs
The only,
winners.
it's the only gambling show where you can get kids and dogs and you enjoy it, chat.
It's you. My favorite play. I think I don't know if V talked about it, but he and I were texting. I really like DJ Moore to get in the end zone plus 185. I'm exposed on it, so I don't want to put it in the lay. But what's going on? Why is everybody like
It's Chewy's POD too.
who's?
Chewy.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
okay. Good.
The old squirrel and blind nut thing, right?
He's gonna get
I
two.
mean,
Chef, you're in Chicago. Why not? Like, what's the weather like out there right now? Because that's what everybody keeps talking about.
It's cold, it's snowy, but
is it snowing?
It's
Yes.
snowing.
yeah, it's snowing.
It's only
Yeah,
November. It's 80
I
out
know.
here.
I know. It's our first snow of the year. It's actually her first
What?
time seeing snow.
Gretzky.
Betsky's freaking out over the snow.
But like, it's not bad. It's not like a buffalo snow. So it's like,
Yeah.
play fucking football. You're grown men. You get paid,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
I
he's
agree.
also in Chicago.
It's fine. It's not bad at all. These guys don't. It doesn't matter for these guys at all. At all.
There's
So
a
DJ Moore, Chef. What about a prop?
Yeah, you like prop?
So
You want to talk about your staff play?
did you already talked about Kamara, right?
I talked about Kamara.
Yeah, I like Kamara a lot today. Rush yards. It's low enough that you can snipe it. I think he has a huge game, a breakout game, against a really terrible defense. And he's super due. I know he's only had like 6'11", 6 something carries or whatever, but
6'7".
6'7". But he's gonna have a big one for a breakout, and then we're gonna be not sweating it anymore. Also, cheeky little short line, like 10 yards, Dylan Gabriel rush yards. I think he scrambles for one for 15. And the nice part about that is, oh, you know what? I took somebody for 2+ touchdowns because I saw a line that was really weird. Trizzy, I don't know if you saw it too. I took this on like Wednesday. Who was it? It was, Tet McMillan for 2 touchdowns. The line was super weird. And I took that. Vera, nope.
She didn't like it.
I took him for 2, but that's all I got for right now. I'm just, flying by the seat of
Love
my
it.
pants.
That's
But
pretty usual.
Dylan Gabriel for 10 rush yards. I think he scrambles for 1 or 2, and it's like the line's like between 10 and 15, and 15's like plus 184, 20 is like 220 or something. I think he scrambles.
Also, your staff pick was Kendrick Bourne. You want to talk about Bourne a little bit before you have to leave us?
Yeah, the line is super low. Wait, is Purdy in or out? I can't remember.
Purdy's out.
Yeah,
Out.
Purdy's out. So you've got these guys who really connected, and has proven that. So I think that line, I don't know what's at now. It was 33.5 when I got it. I think that's low enough for not too much of a sweat.
Kiddo loves it too. Well, I don't know if she loves it, but
She's
reacting.
tired, man. We've had a morning. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, glad you topped in at the buzzer. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks,
you.
guys.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. We'll send you those plays. Had some fun. I'll read them off actually for all you guys in the chat if you want to get involved. These are the parlays that we cooked today when they were scrolling at the bottom of the screen. The touchdown lay: Nico Collins, Dalton Kincaid, and Rashid Shaheed plus 20-28. The Gritty 4, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 80 receiving yards. Donkey McConkey on Sunday Night Football, 60 receiving yards. Derrick Henry, 72 actually it's 80 plus, but rushing yards, and then Emeka Egbuka to score a touchdown, and then the sides and totals. The divisional over that we're all going to hope that we smack, 45.5, Arizona and Seattle, Ravens -3.5, Rams -4.5, and then the Chargers tucking us in on Monday night or on Sunday Night Football to win the game. Those are the plays. I just did this just to be stupid, boys. But 2 touchdowns for Nico Collins and 2 touchdowns for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Little 2 guys are for 2. We talked about Amon-Ra. Trizzy and I both really like Nico for 2. They're scoring 2 touchdowns, both of them.
Let's go.
Great stuff, boys. Good stuff. Chef, appreciate you stopping by. Chat, thanks for being here and kicking with us. NFL Week 10, boys. We're right around the corner. We got a little bit of time, too, before kickoff, which is awesome. Go follow everybody on the screen. If you're not following us already, get involved with all of our content at bettingnews.com. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday. Boys, you guys got anything else before we scooch and enjoy some football?
Crack a beer, get unhinged, enjoy yourself. We are already over the halfway point.
You think Danny Dimes comes down and 2-minute drill and wins?
It's looking like that they might lose. I think the Falcons are driving. Or did they score? Or did they just score?
It's 23-22.
Holy
Oh, wow.
shit.
Oh, who
2-minute
scored?
drill from Danny Dimes.
Was it Bijan?
Algier, wow, again.
Oh,
Twice.
again. This
Wow.
vulture, man.
Wow. And
I'm
I
gonna
think
take
today's going to
I'm gonna
be.
take Colts to win for plus 140 right now. I think Danny Dimes hits a couple guys.
I want to
Love
say it now. I think today's a big 2+ touchdown day.
I do
I
too.
think we're
Yeah?
going to see like 5 to 10 players score 2+ touchdowns
I do
today.
too.
I'm telling this Nico 2 and Amon-Ra 2 Triz is like plus 5,000. I'm looking at it right now.
Bro, I have so many. I have Nico 2, Justin Jefferson 2. I have Cook 2, Jefferson 2, Nico 2. I have Bateman 2 and Higbee 2. I like, dude, I'm trying to make
half
some
the
wealth
league.
today.
I put
Generate.
out a touchdown lay earlier online, and those are all guys that I'm very interested to see if they get 2. DJ Moore, Rico, Dowdle, Rashid Shaheed, Sam Laporta, Devonta Adams, and Saquon for 2.
Well, fuck yeah.
Wait,
Dang.
Shaheed
Saquon?
for
Oh,
2.
Saquon's tomorrow. Shaheed for 2. Hi, Vera. Judkins for 2.
Judkins.
Now everyone's just going with the 2s.
yeah.
No, I agree, Triz. I totally agree.
Good stuff. Football, boys. We back.
Oh, they went
Uh,
for 2, and they got it. Oh, man. Maybe we'll go to overtime.
oh, wait, the Falcons did?
Yeah, they went for 2, and they got it.
Crazy game, boys.
Wow.
JTT, 250 all-purpose
Oh
yards.
my god, dude, Drake is killing me in fantasy, bro. Killing me. 33.
How many catches does he have? 6 for 104
No,
and a touchdown.
He dropped 25.
Are they? So they're gonna have to. They might come back and 144 left. It's insane.
Patch
All right,
is
well,
in.
Padge is happy. Go enjoy the end of this game. Enjoy Week 10. Thanks for stopping by for the Gridiron Gang. Yeah, pour up the Dragones. There you go, Prepper Patch. You know what's going on. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us for the last couple of hours. Boys, have a kick-ass Sunday. Chat, have a great Sunday. You guys came to winners and you stayed for the vibes. Enjoy Week 10. We will catch you tomorrow on all the content. Appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here.
rolling.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do now?
In the rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about